Five. Okay, so this is the first episode of Matt Rants that we are doing on Twitch. Overall, this is Matt Rants 101. We made it, guys. We're at 101. Now, for some of you guys that are just tuning in and that are new to all this, that doesn't matter at all. But we are doing this every Monday. We're also testing out the limits of a new webcam, a new old webcam. I've had this webcam for a while, never had the chance to use it. As you can tell, it doesn't look all that good. But as of right now, it's what we can do. We make do with what we have. Very, very low budget here. So, let's see here. We're talking about a bunch of different stories today. And also we're going to see if our motto from our YouTube channel, which our YouTube channel those guys play, if you don't know, our motto is, if something can go wrong, it will. So let's see if that transfers over here as well. And we're talking about a bunch of different things today. We're talking about the SouljaBoy, a new SouljaBoy game console, which I've said that I wouldn't be talking about this over at our Those Guys Play YouTube channel, so I think that we'll try not to. I'll try to not put that over there, but we're going to talk about it here. We're talking about Gearbox CEO Randy Pitchford and his potentially illegal adventures. Medieval Times is somehow involved. What the hell? I don't know how the hell that ended up being involved, but it will be. GameStop being sold? Question mark. Very, very YouTube thumbnail-esque. We're talking about the Sega Nomad and apparently how that's relevant in 2019. We're talking about the SNES Nintendo Switch leak, if you will. There was some data mining. We'll talk about that a little bit later. And a potential mini Nintendo Switch in 2019 or a large Nintendo Switch or both could be on Nintendo's radar for 2019. So let's talk about our first story, which is a new SouljaBoy game console, which I thought he was done. He talked about bossing up, quote unquote, and I thought that meant that we were going to be, I was going to be free of talking about him until we're talking about, Nintendo suing him. But apparently that's not the case. So he released a quote-unquote console, a new console that looks straight up like a PSP. I want to make sure I get the exact name right. He also has it on his website. He's selling it for $100, but it's a sale. So if you wanna get a good deal on a sale, it is $99, not $200. Oh no, it's sold out. It's sold out already. Oh no. But actually no, it's sold out in blue. What about in black? Oh nope, sold out. What about in red? Oh no. So yeah, so this thing looks like a PSP. It's called an MPS. What's funny is I have something like this in my collection called the PvP Lite 3000, and the reason why I got it is because I want to use it on a future episode of Clone Corner. And we have Clone Corner over at our Those Guys Play channel, but it is just so funny. And also, let's look at the specs here, by the way, for this system. The specs here are, let's see here, color. Okay, thank you for telling me what the color is. Size, 9x3 times 72 times 126 millimeters. Material is plastic. Whoa. Resolution, 480 by 272. Screen inch, 4.3 inches. And memory, 8 gigabytes. Package includes one MP5 game player. So we don't know if this has games on it, which, to be fair, if it doesn't and you can just load your ROMs on later, I wouldn't hate it as much as I think a lot of other people would hate it. And the reason why is because I have no problem if you release something. Yes, you should try to release it so that, there's like a little bit of a door between you and putting your own ROMs on it. My problem, if you guys don't know, if you guys haven't seen our older stuff on Those Guys Play, my problem with this is that SouljaBoy is putting his own, well, rather not his own, is putting other games on it that are already licensed, that are, and heck, they're not even like they're abandonware or something like that, or this, stuff that no one will ever look at again. This is stuff that Nintendo, Sony, and Sega are regularly putting out in different ways, either, through classic editions, through the Switch, through mobile ports and things like that, in the PlayStation's situation on their own digital store. So to have SouljaBoy continuously do this, and now to then say that he quote-unquote bossed up, he bossed up, and then he took these off of his Twitter, to then just put this up. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? I honestly just don't get it. It's extremely confusing to me because, I try to do things by the book. All right, I try to just sit here, talk to you guys about stuff, maybe do some other types of videos as well, like reviews and things like that. I try to do what I can, but I sit back and I'm like, could you just imagine if I just, not even like it's making a repro necessarily, it's making a multi-cart and acting like you just have the right to do it, and then calling yourself a businessman and then saying you want to get into the esports arena and all this stuff. Even putting the slurs aside, which I don't want to do, but even putting the homophobic slurs aside, it's just like, dude, what are you doing? Like, I just don't understand how he thinks this is appropriate. He tweeted about it. Don't have that tweet up. Not sure if that's been removed. But it is just hilarious that he looked at this, I would imagine, as, oh, Nintendo got on my ass, so what about Sony? And it's like, Sony will also get on your ass. I assume there's no PSP games, and obviously this thing can't run PSP games, I would imagine. This portable multimedia player, quote unquote. Also, by the way, it does do TV out in the off chance that you've ever wanted to feel disappointed about something, but also on your television. It is just frankly hilarious to me. I just wanted to mention it because it's not that I'm enraged at this point. I'm just confused, because before I was like, I'm not going to say that I wasn't confused before, but it was just like, are you serious? And then the homophobic comments came out and I was like, are you freaking serious? And then this, and I don't know how to react other than to laugh uncontrollably. And for any of you out there that are saying, oh, but you're just giving him free publicity, you're just, spreading the word on these. The word to who? I mean, honestly, who wants these? Other than, to be fair, other than other YouTubers that actually want to, do reviews, for their fan base and things like that. But who actually wants to do this, though? Like, seriously, I cannot imagine someone going, oh, man, I really want one of these, unless they are a huge SouljaBoy fan and they just want to give back to him in some way or another. But I honestly cannot imagine who would want one of these. This is just hilariously odd, just to say the least.